This is 8 News Now at 6.
A man blamed for shooting 4 people on the Strip is still out on the streets. His trial delayed now for 7 years.
Robert Jackson was once on the U.S. Marshal's most wanted fugitive list. Now he isn't even on home curfew anymore. I-Team's Nathan Baca shows how he got free.
Well, Robert Jackson and his attorneys have convinced judges to not only reduce his bail to nothing, but to also delay the trial again and again and again. Now, this makes one of the shooting victims furious, wondering why Jackson is able to walk free while she can barely walk at all. Warning, some of the video you're about to see is graphic. Two gangs called Wood and the Squad squared off in front of O'Shea's Casino August 2007. Brittany O'Dale was in Las Vegas on her bachelorette party.
We heard 5 loud shots and just chaos, people running everywhere. I fell to the ground.
Her leg shattered by a bullet.
Just intense, burning, hot, awful pain that you can't even understand.
Police found a gun, leading them to the gun's owner. Eric Pratt told a grand jury that not only was he Jackson's friend, he was there the night that Jackson took that gun and shot it toward the opposing gang, hitting 4 bystanders. Other witnesses matched the shooter's clothes with what Jackson wore that night, according to casino surveillance video. The manhunt began.
So if you've seen Robert Jackson, be careful. He's armed and obviously dangerous.
The television show America's Most Wanted brought out leads nationwide. Jackson was caught in Chicago 2 years later. Facing 11 felony charges, including attempted murder, Jackson's scheduled trial kept getting postponed and postponed and postponed. And with each postponement, Jackson's bail got less and less, from $500,000 to $250,000 to house arrest to nothing at all, not even house curfew.
Because that was getting in the way of his rap production career, he needed to have all of his house arrest restrictions removed because the curfew of 6 p.m. was not allowing him to perform his business duties.
Robert Jackson hasn't updated his own Facebook site in a while. Jackson's mugshot is his profile photo, and his favorite movie appears to be The Devil's Advocate. His mother, Michelle, on the other hand, posted online, "My son is innocent until proven guilty. The media is lying about facts. He is being tried by the media." Michelle Jackson adds multiple photos of Robert Jackson smiling with family, including 2 children Jackson fathered while the court trial stretched on. The Jackson family and his attorney declined our requests for interviews.
When I found out that he was released from his house arrest, I had a panic attack. And I didn't know if when I left work that day, I didn't know if I was driving home or if I was gonna have to have a coworker take me to the hospital. Just sheer panic all the time for 6 years.
Even though Jackson was caught and arrested 2 years after the shooting, he denies being in a gang and on the run. He claims he simply didn't know he was one of America's most wanted fugitives, but police say when they arrested Jackson, he tried to pass himself off as a sovereign citizen, independent of the law. Prosecution papers state Jackson went by the name Saw L with a Moorish American ID card claiming diplomatic immunity. As Jackson continues to live his life free of any legal restrictions, Brittany O'Dale thinks of the restrictions she lives with every day.
I think about him quite literally with every step that I take, because every step is painful.
Robert Jackson's trial has been delayed in part because his attorney is already busy with other major trials. At this point, Robert Jackson won't face a jury until June 2014. That is a full 7 years after the shooting on the Las Vegas Strip.
Quite a story.
Amazing.
Thank you, Nathan.